sleeping under the blanket till 9 o'clock and say, then getting up at 9 o'clock and say, thinking about what to do today and say, by 11:30 say, you start slowly and getting means by that time others might have finished their work and the earliest bird catches the worm. The earliest bird catches the worm. All the birds are waiting for the sun to rise. The first bird who notices the sunrise, the crow gets all the worms, food. The latecomers, by the time there is no worm left, all were eaten by crow or the earliest bird. That's why you have an early bird registration. For seminars and conferences everywhere, there is an early bird registration. Registration 1,500 rupees. Within brackets, early bird registration 1,000 rupees. Because the early bird gets the worm. Worm means food. For the birds, it is the food. So for you, it is chances, opportunities. If you don't work hard, if you don't work fast, some others will pick up that worm and fly away. You will still remain at the end of the queue waiting. Well, somebody will call me. Interview call will come, then I will go. Till then, say this thing is there. Amma will make very good dishes and say chicken will be coming and say fried chicken will be there. Say pudding will be there. Then Mahanavami will be coming. We will have celebration and like that. And you will be celebrating Mahanavami and say Dashami and all those things. You will be remaining in this place. Others from other places will come and grab the job from Indore and Bhopal and everywhere. Okay. The multi-millionaire who invests on a project is not concerned about whether he should select from Indore or he may be a person from Indore, but he is not going to recruit people only from Indore. He selects the fastest, the hardest working people because he has to multiple his 20 crore into 40 crore, 40 crore into 100 crore. So people may come from Kolkata or Mumbai or somewhere else with better English. Think of tutoring yourself. There is no need of teachers to teach you. You are all 18 plus. Yes, that also is over. Now we can, if you want, you can quickly go through. Do you need any help in these things? Because I cannot do the whole thing here. It may take years and years. Quite a few more worksheets are there with these things. Common arrays. We are not going to teach grammar, but the small things which I told you, it is not in the course, it is not in the committee, it is not in the board, etc. like that. Anyone? Okay, thank you. In between you can ask questions. I'll try to answer. I'll try. Yeah. Should we do this worksheet or say, should we move on to someone else? See, you have to do work at home. You have to work at home. That is, see, these things were sent far in advance. If you have any doubts, you have to ask. I will explain. I will give you the right answer. Yeah. Do one thing. At least say, do this. Yesterday also I told you 207 statements are there. These are all common mistakes. If you have any doubt for tomorrow, those doubts will be cleared. Otherwise, you will have to work in, say, groups and finish. I told you I am not going to teach grammar as such. Common mistakes. We have new furnitures in this room. Wrong. We have new furnitures in this room. Wrong. We have new furniture in this room. We have new furniture in this room. How many items of furniture do we have in this room? How many items of furniture? 36 chairs and 18 desks. So that is the plural of furniture. How many pieces of furniture? How many pieces of furniture? Write down. PICS, pieces of furniture. So every year the faculty members go from room to room and take stock of furniture. Okay? The administration asks all of us to go the whole campus and take stock of the furniture. There will be a group leader and 3 or 4. So they come to this room and they count the whole thing. Okay, pieces of furniture, 36 armchairs, 18 desks, 1 computer table, and what else? Finish. These are the items of furniture in room number 16, or pieces of furniture, not furnitures. Okay. Equipment. The physics lab has very good equipments. No. The physics lab has very good or new equipment. What are the new pieces they bought? What are the new pieces they bought? Sir, they got a new telescope. Okay, that is item number 1. And what else? They got around say some 12 microscopes. Very good. 1 plus 12, 13 items of equipment. 13 items of equipment, or 13 pieces of equipment. Equipment. So the physics lab has got new equipment. How many in total in the stock register? In the total, 37 pieces. 37 pieces. 12 microscopes, 1 large telescope, 1 periscope, all these things. Total 37 pieces of equipment. These are all concrete things. Equipment, furniture, so concrete things. These are abstract. Advice. Grandma gave a lot of advices to the girl who is going to get married. Grandmas are like that, no? Grandmas will give a lot. Hey, you are going to a new house. Don't behave like this. Here it's a foolish, silly. You are going to be in a new house. Do that one. Do this one. Don't do that one. And what do you say? Grandma gave a lot of advices to the girl who. No. Grandma gave a few pieces of advice. Grandma gave a few pieces of advice to the girl. Their items is not possible, only pieces of advice. Okay, I heard that you are going to start a new business. Yes, sir. Well, let me give you a few pieces of advice. Number 1, don't lend money to the staff from the very beginning. This is a piece of advice which I am giving to a person who is going to start a. So similarly, as an experienced person, I can give 3 or 4 or 5 pieces of advice. Okay, do's and don'ts. Information. What happened about that murder? Yes, sir. Unfortunately, it was in my place. Any clue? Did the police arrest anybody? No. The police are collecting and connecting pieces of information. Pieces of information, or bits and pieces of information. They got a railway ticket. They got a strange brand of cigarette. They got something else. Now the police are connecting pieces of evidence. Third one, the police are connecting pieces of evidence. A packet of cigarette, which is not very common in this place, a railway ticket, plus something else. Now they are putting together pieces of evidence. the police gave a few pieces of information to the press. Piece of information, evidence. So never say advices or informations or evidences. Quite a few are there. You leave a page blank for this. Whenever I come across these things, I will tell you. And another set of examples in academic circle is that quite a few compound words while writing in speech is okay. Quite a few words related to classrooms, school or college like this, classrooms. Earlier they were 2 words, now they are all 1 word. So while writing, check all these things are 1 word. Classroom, 1 word. Headmaster, 1 word. 60 years ago, we wrote it as 2 words. Head and master, 2 words. Headmistress also. Classroom, textbook, course book, handbook, timetable, blackboard of course. Almost all such compound words have now become single words related to classrooms and others.
Sir, email is also written together.
Pardon.
Email.
Sorry.
Earlier it was E-mail, now email is 1 word.
Now email has one become. The rule is that when we begin, there will be 2 words. For example, before the British came, we didn't have blackboard. We had education, but we used to write on the sand or on the some paper on paper or palm leaves. Palm leaves we used to write with a sharp iron rod. Blackboard came from the west. So what did we do? Wooden boards were taken and black paint was put on it. So board became blackboard. Then more and more schools came. All over India, more and more schools came. People became very familiar with this thing. They know that in schools there will be such a thing, a new thing. Black-board. Black-board. Finally, now you ask any grandma in any village, any grandma knows what a blackboard is. Even a grandma who has never been to school knows that in school there is a particular thing on which the teacher writes with a piece of chalk. That is blackboard. Now it has become part of Indian life. Now it is 1 word. That is how 2 words become hyphenated word, then they become single words. The more they become part of our life, they become 1 word. Later, when they become more and more part of our work, some part will be even cut short. HM. Now nobody says headmistress. HM. Even small school kids may say HM. Here it's only principal, whereas in villages we have HM. HM told us like that. Refrigerator became omnibus became bus. OMNIBUS. Omnibus became bus. Advertisement became ads. Ad or ads. Language grows, language changes, language dies also. Language is a biological entity, like that tree. Keeps on changing. Finally, languages die. In the whole world, every fortnight. What's the meaning of fortnight? 2 weeks. Fortnight means 2 weeks. Tonight means after the sunset. Don't say today night. Okay? Either tonight or this evening. The word this evening can go up to 11 o'clock at night. Night, the word night should be very carefully used. in the context when you interact with the West. If you, a young man tells a young girl from Britain or America, okay, we will meet at night, she may stare at you. That is not allowed. The word night there is not allowed. A young man to a young woman of the English native speaker. There we are supposed to use, we will meet in the evening. We will meet late in the evening. Late in the evening means 11 o'clock, 11:30. Okay? When you are on job, never say a Western girl, to young men, never say we will meet at night. We will meet at night has a bad connotation, bad intention. Okay? So many things are there. So up to 6 o'clock or 6:30 sunset, it is afternoon. Up to 6:30, it should be afternoon, not even evening. After sunset, you can say evening. Evening. Okay? So this is one category. You may see all these things here in these worksheets. Number one, sun gives us light and life. What's wrong with it? The sun, because we have only one sun. If you have only one of its kind, it should be always the. Okay? The Gupta Empire, because we have only one Gupta Empire. The entire Guptas together is known as the Gupta Empire. Okay? Right? The Harsha regime, only one Harsha was there and his ruling, the Harsha regime. The Mughal Empire, only one Mughal Empire we have, the Mughal Empire. That's all. Since we have only one moon, one sun, of course, scientifically, technically, in the physics class somewhere you may say we have so many moons. So many moons. That's a different thing. Here we are using in the usual sense that fellow appearing at night. So there is the moon. All. Okay, so then the sun. Next one. Be very quick.
The sinner was condemned to hell.
The sinner was condemned to the hell. Condemned to hell. This is a Christian belief. The sinner is condemned to hell. Hindu belief also. If you commit a sin, you will be thrown into hell. Right? You will be fried, deep fried in boiling oil. Full chicken, deep fried. Yes. The sinner will be condemned to hell, not to the hell. Next one. The man is? The man is, Lokmanya Balagangadhar Tilak. This is about Balagangadhar Tilak. Tilak was a very strong administrator. So, somebody is referring to someone as a very strong administrator means he is the second Tilak. He is the second Tilak. The first original Tilak is there, Balagangadhar Tilak. He is the second Tilak. Usually, first, second, third, etc. will be prefixed by the. First, second, third, fourth will be prefixed by the. The first time I came to Madhya Pradesh was some 15 years ago. How did he say? The first time I came to Madhya Pradesh was 15 years ago. It was to Bhopal. The first time. This is the second time I am in Madhya Pradesh. I don't know when the third time will be. The third. The seventh candidate in the list. Keep on writing. I am speaking and speaking. I cannot write the whole thing. You will be listening to me and writing and writing. The seventh candidate in the list got selected or got appointed. The seventh candidate in the list got appointed. So all first to second. again, we read and speak like this. Copy down. In schools, or say, if your own younger ones at home, if they write like this is wrong. Because these are known as Roman numerals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Arabic numerals. This is Arabic numerals. This is Roman numerals. Arabic numerals are cardinal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. Roman numerals are ordinal. Ordinal. Okay? Ordinal means this must be read as the first. The first. No other way to read it. Okay? So, a king in England right should be read as King Henry the Fourth. King Henry the Fourth. So this can be written on the door of the classroom in a school, but how do we read it? This is, my son is in the 7th standard. In the 7th standard. Along with this one, there is no need it, because this itself means second, third, fourth. They are known as ordinal. The first, the second order, the third, the fourth, the fifth. These are known as cardinal. With this one, you can use first, second, third, you can use. While writing dates, again, while writing dates, you need not write 3rd September. Just write and read it as the meeting is on the 3rd September. The meeting is on the 3rd September. See, this is in the first unit of a textbook which I wrote for Kerala some 20 years ago, class 4. Same thing. We write like this, we read and speak like this. Class 4, first unit, I have given this thing with a more. Yes. The man is the second tilak. Next one. Ashwam is an MP. An MP. Ashwam is an MP. Ashwini, I think. Ashwam or an MP. An MP. Suhana is a virtuous and beautiful. Suhana is a virtuous and a beautiful girl. No need of A. Second A can be deleted. Suhana is a virtuous and beautiful girl. Second A, delete. Next one. More greedy man. The more man, begin with the. The more man gets greedy, the more he wants. The more man gets greedy, the more he wants. 7. Pupil should obey his her teacher. A pupil should obey his or her teacher. 8. Be quick if you can. Yeah, come on, you read. It takes two to make a quarrel. It takes two to make a quarrel. There should be 2. Okay? When I am alone, I cannot quarrel with me. He also joined and we started fighting. So minimum there should be 2. It takes 2 to make a quarrel. Next one. Latter suggestion is more objectionable. The word in English we have okay. So as I told you earlier, let the program be in September. Then somebody suggests let us have it in December. Finally, the board of management decides the former or say the latter. The latter is better. The latter is better. The former may be postponed. The former may be postponed. When there are 2, you should not say first and second. When there are only 2, what should you say? The former and the latter. L-A-T-T-E-R. The other one is L-A-T-E-R, later. That we can discuss later after lunch, okay? That we can discuss later after lunch. That is L-A-T-E-R, in time. Here it is 2 persons or 2 objects, okay? The latter. Always the former, the latter. Yes, next one. Yes, please. The latter suggestion is more objectionable. Yeah. It is written in Gita that God incarnates. Okay. The Gita, the Ramayana, the Bible, the Quran, the Mahabharata, etc. All holy books are prefixed by the. Number 11. The same thing. All great mountains, all great oceans, and most of the islands also the Himalayas lies. The Netherlands. The name of that island is the Netherlands. Netherlands is an island. The Netherlands. The Himalayas lies to the north of India. Next one. Does the tourist wish to travel by the water or by the, does the tourist wish to travel by water or land? No need of the. Does the tourist travel by water or land? Next one. She is a university. She is a university professor. Goes by pronunciation, not by spelling. 14. Yeah. Come on. Rohan has been suffering from fever for the last 6 days. For the last 6 days. And one more thing, in English as opposed to our Indian languages, some diseases are say prefixed with a. I have a fever. Last night I had a fever. In Hindi we won't say. In Hindi we would say only last night I had fever, right? We won't say. In English we say last night I had a fever, I had a toothache, I had a temperature. Certain diseases. Again, when we talk about diseases, one more thing. You mean she died? Yes. How old was she? She was hardly 60. How did she die? She died of cancer. She died of cancer. All major illnesses will be preceded by of. He died of pneumonia. Copy it, write down. I cannot write the whole thing on the. She died of cancer. That is death. But somebody is in hospital. He is suffering from pneumonia. He is suffering from pneumonia. PNE, PPP. That P is silent. PNE, PNEU. Please check your smartphone, please. PNEU, NO, MIA. Please check. Please check. One of you, please check and tell the spelling. When it comes to health and diseases and hospitals, I am a very big zero. No idea about medicine, medical field. I hate doctors like anything. Sorry if there are any doctors, relatives here. I am extremely sorry. I hate hospitals. I hate medicines. I hate doctors, the whole field. So even those words I am allergic to. PNEUMONIA, pneumonia. MONIA. Okay? Yeah. She is suffering from pneumonia, or I am suffering from headache. But if it is a death and a serious disease, died of tuberculosis, TB, died of cancer, like that. Yes. Next one. 15. Come on, one of you read it. Wake up. The iron is an ordinary iron. Iron is an ordinary kind of metal. The iron fence or the iron tool got rusty. But iron as such, no, nothing else. Iron is an ordinary kind of metal. Next one. The judge. JUDG, judge, no D. Judge. JUDGE should be pronounced as George. G or G, George, judge. Don't say judge. Wrongly pronounced words. Judge. Budget. Don't say budget. Budget, judge. D is silent. Plum, womb, tomb. Plum. She's a plum lady. A big fan. She's a plum lady, not a plump lady. You have a problem with the water tap? You call a plumber. Your water tap is leaking. No, at home, you call a plumber and get it fixed. Don't call a plumber in English. In Hindi, you can call a plumber. But in English, you have to call a plumber and get the water tap fixed. Not repairing. In English, all these small things, what do? Get it fixed. Problem with my laptop, hope tomorrow I will get it fixed. Problem with my old bathroom door, I think tomorrow a carpenter will come and get it fixed. All such small things get fixed. You need not go for, say, some other words. It's very, I told you repeatedly, in English, it is very simple and short. Now, what is mom doing? Sir, mom is washing plates and glass and all those things after lunch. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You mean mom is dishwashing? Yes, sir. Mom is washing plates and glass and say spoon and all those things after lunch. By that time, I had my headache. Sir, mom will be coming. She is dishwashing. Single word. Why this glass and plate and spoon and vessel and this thing and all those things? Not necessary. Mom is dishwashing. Single word. Write it down. Dishwash. Single word. No hyphen, nothing. all the cooking vessels and serving vessels and eating plates and all these things together washing is known as dishwash. And what are the things your mom takes care of at home if you don't have a maid servant? Cleaning and washing and say this thing, ironing and all those things. What is the English word?
Housekeeping, yeah, housework, something like that.
That is a new import. That is only for offices and factories, housekeeping. That is an American import. You have a very small word for the 1000 things which your mom does before you reach home and before you got up in the morning. Together 1000 things your mom does. C-H-O-R-E. C-H-O-R-E. This is the greatest work in the world, unpaid. None of your mothers is paid a single rupee by your father or by you for doing this 1000 difficult job. From morning till late
Sir, is
evening.
there a plural form?
All the work including,
What I'm saying is there a plural form? for
chores,
it? Do we use
chores, chores. Some people say household chores, not necessary. Household chores, even that is not necessary because brevity, being as brief as possible, that is language. If there is one word in a language, you should grab that one, not a two words. Okay, so chores. So mom is in hospital, I don't know how to manage with the chores. That's what you are going to say. Mom is in the hospital, I don't know what to do with chores. Cooking and cleaning and washing the cloth and ironing and scrubbing and all the 1000 things. Okay, chores, plural. So dishwashing, chore, in between the word work is very confusing in English. What was it? Work. Work does not take plural. I have quite a lot of works in the department. No, sorry. I have quite a lot of work in the department. I have quite a few work back at home. Okay. So in the department or say in the lab or say in the library, even if you have so many things, all those things in English together will be only work. Okay? I have a lot of work at home. Sorry, sir, I won't be able to finish it today. A lot of work at home. Then what about, say, next week? Sorry, sir, we have an inspection next week. I have a lot of work in the department. That is what I get a reply from my colleagues. Not a lot of works. Even if it is 1000 pieces of work, it's only work, collectively work, a lot of work, not lot of works. But English has works. Works of Kalidasa. Works of Kalidasa. Kumarasambhava, Abhijnana Shakuntala, Meghadoot. These are some of the works of Kalidasa. Works of Shakespeare. Works of Munshi Premchand. Works of Munshi Premchand. Any idea about Munshi Premchand? You have. Munshi Premchand is in our textbook in the 1950s. In translation. Hindi literature is very much part of Kerala. We know all the leading Hindi writers. So, only and you can say there you have no Department of Fine Arts. Okay, there you can say quite a few works of art. Quite a few works of art. That means painting, sculpture, etc. That also is works, because that is also like Shakuntala or say Kumar Sambhava, a piece of art. Shakuntala is a piece of art, and that wonderful piece there, that also is a. So, quite a few Indian and Western works of art are displayed there. So, works means poems, novels, any form of literary work, plus paintings, sculptures, etc. Yes. Next one, please. The judge, the iron. 7. Yeah. No, the judge had both the civil and criminal jurisdictions. The judge had both. Sorry. Delete the. The judge had both civil and criminal jurisdiction. No need of the. 7. Back at school, your teachers taught like this: long, longer, longest. I am really sorry. I have great respect to your teachers, but it is wrong. It is wrong. I have great respect to your teachers, but this is wrong, because this word does not exist like this. In English, that word does not exist like that. This word also does not exist like that. It should be the longer, the longest. So, this evening, whoever has children at home should teach them long, the longer, the longest. Sorry, here also, the longer than. This evening, you please correct the young children at home to learn like this: long, longer than, the longest; big, bigger than, the biggest; short, shorter than, the shortest. Okay? Clever, the cleverer, the cleverer than, the cleverest. Oh, wait. I made a mistake. Sorry. Here, not necessary. I'm sorry. Please read. Long, longer than, the longest. Please. I'm sorry. Long, longer than, the longest. Short, shorter than, the shortest. Because if there is this one, immediately this should come. Then we should teach like that. The same way, if this is the thing, it should be the. The longest river in India, the widest road in MP, the longest road. So always the. 3 degrees of comparison. The darkest cloud has silver lining. The darkest cloud has silver lining. 18. It is the moral duty of a man to help the poor. The help. Don't say the rich people. Don't say the poor people. It is not wrong. It is not necessary. It is not necessary. See, no, our body has certain features. We don't need extra fittings. So, when you are in a good position, okay, when you get a good job, etc., I am telling you, when you reach a good position, don't forget the poor. Don't forget the poor. Please help the poor. Okay. It is the duty of the rich. It is the duty of the rich to help the poor. Yes? Next one. Honesty is the best. Never say a best. Okay? Before this one, which one? This one. Before this one, a never will come, only the comes. Honesty is the best policy. Next one. He is interested in learning. Before language, no, he is interested in learning Tamil or say French, and again English languages. Yeah, English language. No need of languages. It can be Western languages or say English language. No need of the. Some 10 or 15 years ago, I went to Nagpur to conduct a PhD YOC examination, and after conducting the PhD YOC examination, I had enough time. My flight was only at night, so the whole afternoon I was free, and I asked the person who invited me, shall we go to your college? She was the principal of a college. She was shocked. She said, sir, I said, let us go to your college. Sir, what are you going to do there? I'll simply talk to your students. Sir, they won't communicate to you in English. It doesn't matter. I have a little Hindi. Don't worry. Sir, we don't speak Hindi. We speak only Marathi. Doesn't matter. We'll go. Somehow I managed to get there. BCom students were arranged in a huge hall, about 300. I started talking about the English language and all those things. Nobody was smiling. They didn't want English at all. Only Marathi, not even Hindi. 1.5 hours spent. Finally, they all agreed they need English. 90 minutes I spent, had interaction. There were sports students, especially women. The sports women asked me, sir, why do we need English? We will manage with the Marathi here. We are not going out. Okay, doesn't matter. Suppose we have an excellent tournament in, say, Kerala and a Gold Cup, etc. Slowly and gradually, in 90 minutes, I changed all the Marathi walas into English walas. Okay, shall we start? Yesterday, and this morning also, someone was asking how to develop communication skills in English. How to develop communication skills in English? This is a question asked all over India and outside India, all over the world, wherever a second language is taught. So this is not a question exclusive of US. Wherever a second language is taught all over the world, the same question comes. Because when we have a first language with us, and we are very effortlessly functioning with Hindi, how are we going to function in English? In the class, teachers use English. Immediately outside, we switch over to our mother tongue, because we know that our teachers are all Hindi speakers. In my case, everywhere. So English is restricted to this small classroom, and outside, with the teachers, with the chairman, with the administration, at the fee paying counter, everywhere we are using Hindi. Then no need to tell about outside the campus. None of you is going to order for a cup of tea in English outside there. That shopwala will be looking at you as if you landed from the moon for the first time. You will be functioning only in Hindi. But at the same time, we need English. Not for now, but for after 2 or 3 years. How to make a pretension that I don't know Hindi, I don't know Hindi, I don't know Hindi, and we three people are sort of pretension, sort of, we call it affectation. Okay, so now we three don't speak, we usually say, I don't know Hindi or I don't know Tamil, etc. But it's better to say, I don't speak Spanish. Instead of no, this is better. So whenever you have to interact with some people, you may say, sorry, I don't speak Russian. To a Russian. Sorry, I don't speak German. Not, I don't know. I don't know is used in the case of other skills. I don't know swimming. This is okay. Correct. Whereas this is correct, but this is better. Oh, sorry. This is correct. This is better. In the case of language. So always there are categories. Unacceptable wrong expressions. Number one. Number two, acceptable. This morning we said, mom is washing plates and glasses and vessels after lunch. No problem. But a native speaker simply says, Amma is dishwashing. So one category. One is wrong, unacceptable. Like the one we wrote here earlier, evidence, information. If you add plural to those things, they are unacceptable all over English speaking world. Okay. In government offices, on quite a few places you see on the wall informations. Don't go to correct them, but you tell yourselves this is wrong. Information, right? Evidence, like that. So they are ungrammatical, unacceptable. Then there is the second variety. Well, acceptable because communication takes place. How is the food there? Yes, it's okay. But curd not getting. But curd not getting. So a village boy says in the hostel, curd not getting. You got the message. Okay? A boy comes from an environment in which he gets a lot of curd and he complains, curd not getting. All of you got the meaning. But he follows the mother tongue structure. The English structure is not getting curd. Not getting curd. Still better, curd is not supplied. Because he is talking about the hostel. Curd is not supplied. So, curd not getting Kannada or Tamil or Malayalam, Hindi, based English. Communication is over. Not getting curd is good English. But the context is of the hostel or a canteen where curd is not served. Or how about your mess, hostel food? Fine, non-veg is not served. Non-veg is not served. See, we are progressing. Beginning with non-veg not getting, moving to not getting non-veg, then moving to in the hostel or canteen setup, non-veg is not served. Look at this expression. Serf washes best. Serf washes best. What do you think of it? Serf washes best. Best English. Best English. Serf washes best. or Rin wash is best. Does Surf or Rin go and wash your cloth or anything? Is Surf or Rin the doer of the action? No. The doer of the action is we. Surf or Rin is a tool with which, or say an instrument with which we wash. But English has a way of saying surf washes best. Make a note of it, everything. I cannot write everything there. Surf washes best. Next one. This shop sells excellent jaggery. This shop sells a particular jaggery, which comes from a particular village, which is world famous for indigenous jaggery. Indigenous means exclusively for a particular region or culture or group. That jaggery you won't get anywhere else. So this shop sells some variety ABC jaggery. Jaggery is that the earlier form of sugar, that brown thing, jaggery. Or some other thing you write, a local variety. This shop sells. My focus is on them. Does the shop sell anything? It is a persons they are selling, but the right English is, okay, this shop sells, Surf washes, this shop sells. Instead, what we Indians write in front of the new shop is, ABC jaggery is available here. ABC jaggery or ABC that particular product is available here. Okay. But better English this. This is the way we improve. Again, I'll tell you. I told you I started picking up Hindi from class 5 etc. And I even got a All India prize also. I got a wonderful novel as a topper. The title of the novel which I got by post was Ladakh Ki Chhaya Mein, in the shades of Ladakh, a classic novel in Hindi. But as I told you, I got Hindi the usual way from classroom with grammar and a little vocabulary, etc. So I left Kerala with this much of Hindi and joined a Hindi speaking group in Hyderabad. And I slowly started listening to Hindi speakers, quite a few from various parts of India, especially Hyderabad. Each has its own variety. When I left Kerala with the Hindi, my idea was the highest respectful form is to use aap boliye. Aap boliye. It is this concept with which I boarded the train and landed in Hyderabad. Because I have to use it with so many people, including say teachers, or not only teachers, even housekeepers, I use only like that. Aap boliye. Because my teacher taught me tu, tum, aap, 3 degrees like that. After landing in Hyderabad and mixing with real Hindi speaking people, one day I noticed, अच्छा आप सुनवाइए, अच्छा आप सुनवाइए. My teacher didn't teach this thing. Tell me, Hindi speakers, which is better, आप बोलिए or आप सुनवाइए? आप बोलिए और आप, isn't there an expression like आप सुनवाइए? सुनाइए, sorry, आप सुनाइए, isn't it? Isn't it a better form than after आप बोलिए? Yeah. आप सुनाइए, sorry, not सुनाइए, आप सुनाइए. Now look, both mean the same thing. The speaker is the same thing. The person we want to speak also is the same. But the other one has a, आप सुनाइए, has a greater degree of acceptability in Hindi speaking community. So the Hindi which I carried with me to Hyderabad was grammatically correct and acceptable too. But there was a better thing to suit that context which I got from the native speakers. All of us learn language like this. We need not wait for our language to be perfect, our grammar should be perfect. When the passive voice is done, say this to play, and the subject is to be moved to this place, then the object should be like. No. We simply start, and as I told you, fluency goes first, accuracy follows. Here, in the worksheet, one small picture is missing. The picture is that of a cake or soap. Yeah, we can. Yeah. We cannot project it anyway. No problem.
Sir, we have WhatsApp the all the students have that.
Oh, got it.
So they can
Oh.
access that.
Okay, then. Very good.
Students all are included
Okay. Please refer to the answer.
in your group.
Please. May not be a familiar product here, I am sure. Have you seen this one? Yes. It is available here. Huh? You are familiar? Yes. I mean, is it available in? They have it. Okay. Just have a look at it, and you have to make conversations based on this one.